So you open Canva to make a funeral program. It said what goes on page 2, what colors match, and what fonts best pair together. Don't stress, I got you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to design a gorgeous 4-page funeral program from scratch using Canva. So guys, this is 100% beginner friendly, whether you're designing for somebody or for a family member, or you're low-key thinking, wait, could I actually sell these? I'm using Canva Pro for this tutorial, but you can use the free version of Canva. I do recommend that if you are going to be selling these, that you are using Canva Pro, because that's the only way you can make these as a template using Canva Pro. So you guys have been asking us for this, and we finally did it. We dropped a course for you guys. If you are serious about learning how to design funeral programs that people actually want to buy, I teach the whole thing in our funeral program course. It is through our Epic Art Designs Creators Hub. This includes the template layout, selling tip, the whole thing. I give tips on all of that. So I'll link it below. It's not out yet, but enter your email with the link below so that you can get notified when it drops. And while you're here, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you ever tried designing one of these before. Alright, that's enough of me talking. Let's jump into Canva and start designing page 1. Okay, so the very first step is to set up our page layout and our page size. So we're just going to create a new design, go down to custom size, and then we're going to go ahead and set our unit to inches. And now I'm just going to set up the size for my 8.5 by 11 inch canvas. Now I do go more in depth about this in our course, so I highly recommend you check that out if you're doing this as a business. I'm going to go ahead and align my guides as well. Make sure that your guides are turned on. Now the next step is to set up our background, and I like to do this next because I kind of get a whole feel of like the funeral program if I'm designing the background. So I'm going to go ahead and change the background color, and then I'm basically just going to go ahead in there and add my background image in and all that good stuff. Alright, so now that I got the background set up, I'm going to go ahead and generate my AI images for this template using the Epic Art Designs Creators Hub. If you are a member, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and hop into the dashboard. I'll show you how it works. Okay, so we are in the dashboard. All you have to do is go to Hyper Realistic AI Images, and we're going to create a new project. I'm going to name it Funeral. And then we're just going to add project and then select the project that we just created. Now here is where you enter the prompt that you want. So I'm looking for like an old man. So I'm going to enter a prompt for that. And then we're going to select the ratio and then click generate. Okay, so now our image has generated. I'm going to download it with the 3 dots here and just click the down arrow, and then I'm going to download it as a PNG. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to the canvas, but I'm not going to add the photo yet because I did want to kind of add some more details on the front cover. I went ahead and added like the tip of this frame here, and I duplicated it and kind of made like a cool little effect there. Now that I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and drop my images on here. And basically what you are doing now is stacking your images. Now I did generate some more images in the AI generator. I recommend that you kind of play around with it and, see which ones you want and how many photos you like on there. But I added the frame on the back as well. And now the next thing we have to do is blend these photos out so they look really nice together. Okay, so let's go ahead and blend these photos. If you don't know, by now I like to use transparent gradients to really blend these photos up. I do also like to use LunaPic when I feel like it's necessary. For this, I'm just going to go ahead and use the transparent gradients, and I just basically go over the blunt lines kind of with the transparent gradient, and it blends out really well. Okay, so after that, let's go ahead and add his name. I do want to do like a gold style, so I'm going to open another page here and add a gold background, and then just write his name on that. I'm going to choose the font that I want. Now, I do have font pairs in the EAD Creators Hub, so check that out. But I'm making this text white, and make sure that it's bold so that the background could remove, and turn the opacity down. Next, just download this image as a PNG. and we're going to drop it on the page and remove the background. Now, if you don't have the pro version of Canva, you will have to go to another background remover. I will link that below as well. Okay, so now that I have his first name, I'm going to go ahead and add his last name, and I like to do that in a different font. It just add contrast to the whole front cover for me. If you guys need help with pairing fonts or colors, we do have that in our Creators Hub for you guys to use, so I highly recommend that you check that out. I'm also going to add in his birth and death date, and then all the basic stuff that goes on the front cover. Now, since this is a template, I'm just going to use one for my copy template that I have that is also in our Creators Hub, strictly only for the members. Okay, guys, so that's basically all for the front cover. I'm just going to add my final touches, like maybe some bokeh, doves, sparkles, anything that kind of catches my eye and make the front cover pop a little bit more. So I did want to touch up on, some people said that I go too fast when I am doing these tutorials. We do have slower tutorials for you guys for these funeral programs, and we just drop courses. So like if these YouTube videos is going too quick for you, or you just not quite understanding them, the courses really goes in depth about that and kind of helps you guys as you go. Next, now that we are done with the front cover, the rest of the booklet is going to be pretty easy. I like to go based off the front cover, so some of the elements I will copy onto the back cover. Like, for example, these gold little border frames that I made. I'm going to go ahead and copy that over to the back. Okay, so I'm going to bring him over as well and send him to the back of the frames. Now, I did copy over the acknowledgements and pallbearers and all that good stuff over from my copy templates. And I also copied the background from the front cover onto this page and just made it like kind of grayscale. Now, as you can see, the back cover was pretty easy and pretty quick because we kind of already have those elements. But if you want to if you're making this with someone and you want to make it really like bedazzled, or like really good quality and kind of premium, although this is a good design too, you can do that. It does not always have to match like the back cover. It just have to flow. So now we're on the inside pages. This is the 4-page, so we're only going to be designing these 2 pages here, and they connect for the most part as you see in the video. So I'm just going to look for a background here just so this page won't be super black and kind of boring. So I'm going to get this background that I use. This is from Canva actually. I believe it is a free background. And then I'm also copying over some elements from the front and back cover to these pages. That is basically how I do it. Like, I just like to reuse things. And then for these like picture frames here, I believe in the element box, I searched in just picture frames or photo frame, and then went to frames, and then they'll show you like things like this. Now, these are really good to put on your template because all you have to do is really just drag and drop your photos in there, and it's super easy for whoever is buying the template. And that is basically all, guys. Again, don't come for me in the comments. I do have slower tutorials for if you need to kind of do a step-by-step. We have the course for you guys, and we have different resources for you to use if you're really thinking about learning this. And then I did print these out just so I can show you guys. So most people think that when it's on digital, it's gonna look as vibrant when it's printed, but in reality, like real ink on paper, it's not gonna have the same kind of brightness or saturation as like digital, of course, because you see it more on digital, but it is supposed to have some type of quality to it. So I just keep that in mind when you are printing. I know people say that their design came out like a couple shades lighter or darker or just not vibrant. It's not always gonna look the same when you get it printed. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, guys, so that is all for this video. Just like that, we have our 4-page funeral program. It's done and it's looking really good. If you want to go deeper, like how to design faster, sell templates, work with clients, or even build a full digital product business with Canva, you already know what to do. Click the link in the description and you'll get notified when everything drops. Okay, so before you click away, like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more Canva design tutorials. And drop a comment if you want a tutorial on any other types of programs or printables. I'll see you on the next one.